What's up, everybody? Trey coming at you today with another Marvel Crisis Protocol video, and this time we're going to be talking about the monsters that are on their way at the beginning of November, I believe. I think they come out November 1st, and we got the rest of the box revealed here by Atomic Mass Games, and I love the way they're doing their panel plays now, especially with these big boxes. They're just revealing everything, tactics cards and all that, and that's really cool, and I can't wait to talk about these characters, man. It's been a while since I've talked to you guys. Been really busy. Just got the new move done. I'm in a brand new house. Finally settled in. I think for the most part, there's still a few things I got to do. But I'm back to creating some content, and I'm happy to talk to you guys again, man. You don't know how happy this makes me right here to do this video with you guys. Anyways, if you guys can't do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, and subscribe. Do what y'all gotta do. I'm always gonna have that MCP content for y'all. So let's get into the monsters. Now, I'm super excited to get this box. Like, the figs are absolutely ridiculous. Like, Frankenstein looks really cool. I mean, they all look cool. The only one that's kind of weird, and we talked about this on the Daydream podcast, I think it's Dracula. He kind of looks like Gaston. I think that's what Sploosh said. He kind of looks like Gaston from, I think, The Beauty and the Beast, because he has that smile or whatever. He has that smirk. I don't mind it as much anymore, but I see what he's saying. Like, I really wish he had different, like, look to him, like a menacing, like, vampire look to him instead of smiling. But it is what it is. You know, he's still, everything else on him looks really damn cool. So, Werewolf looks absolutely fantastic, too, with his design and everything. So, I mean, the box is a hit. Like, I just wish it came out in October because, Halloween is next month. I mean, this would be a perfect release for the Halloween, right? Versus November 1st, right? Now, granted, November 1st is a day after Halloween, but still, like, October, you know what I mean? It's got those vibes, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, all that being said, let's get to Mummy, who was the first one that we need to see. Mummy has 4/2/4 across the board for defenses. He's 5 health, 3 threat, size 2, moves medium, and he is on a small base. I think the other 3 on medium bases, I believe, if I remember correctly. Swirly Strike, range 2, 5 dice physical attack, gain particle damage dealt. On a wild, it's a push, and it's a push away, and it's after the attack is resolved. On a wild hit, after the attack is resolved, target character gains Hex. Decent attack, right? It is range 2. I would have liked for this, at least in my opinion, to have been like a range 3 attack, honestly. I think range 2 being in the face is whatever. Especially, like, looking at the health pool and everything like that. Right now, it's like at 5, so it's pretty easy to kill, I think. Granted, this is without me reading the rest of the card, but I would like this to be range 3. But either way, it has control. You can push someone off a point, off a secure. It's not a bad attack. It's just within range 2. I'm not a big fan of range 2 attacks that do that. Outside of Juggernaut, but Juggernaut is tanky as hell. He's hard to kill. So, all right. Sever Soul, range 4. It is a nice. Okay, range 4 attack, 6 dice, Mystic attack, which is important. 2 power cost, so not an expensive spender here. After this attack is resolved, if damage was dealt, the target character character gains a captured soul token. Ooh, so he's gaining a captured soul token too. So that's similar to Hela. Hela has the captured soul tokens too. I think they're called the same thing. So it looks like Mummy's going to be the next character that's going to be able to use these soul tokens too. So that's interesting. So that's the same thing with Hela. I think Hela, spends 1 or 2 power, if I remember correctly, and does the same thing. If you do a damage, you gain a soul tokens. That's pretty cool. Living Death. This character and a 0 power cost. This character may spend any number of captured soul tokens. For each captured soul token spent, this character may remove 1 special condition from itself, remove 1 damage from itself, or gain 1 power. So, cool. So this is a way for this character to, I guess, stay alive, right? I mean, I just talked about it earlier where if he gets within range 2, he can do this builder, but he's going to be the target of a lot of attacks and probably die really easily. Well, if you somehow survive, I mean, you have soul tokens, right? You can just heal the damage, or you can take away a special condition, or just gain a power and do whatever you need to do, right? So that's a really interesting, unique superpower there for the Mummy. That's really cool. Undead Empowerment. While this character is attacking at the end of the modified dice step, it may use a superpower. Spend 1 or more captured soul tokens. For each captured soul token spent in this way, this character may count 1 failure result in its roll as a wild for the remainder of the attack roll. Now, that is really cool. If you guys haven't known, like me, when I roll dice, I roll failures like there's nobody's business. Like, I don't, listen, failures love me in this game for some damn reason. They're 1 out of 8. So, for me, this is cool. So, I can change a fail result to a wild, and I can, hit one of these conditions, which is really cool. But the trick is you got to have those soul tokens, right? And, if you have them, you can go ahead and, do the builder, get a push off, and do whatever you want from there, right? So that's really cool. That is really cool. Alchemical Curse of Man, what the fuck? Nephris Curse of Nephris. Okay, I don't know. I can't say that word. When this character will suffer damage reduced team. Okay, so he has damage reduction. All right, cool. So my concern was he wasn't gonna have any damage reduction or anything like that. He does. So that's really cool. So minimum damage to -1. His defense dice are 4/2/4. So physical, he's pretty good. He should be living a lot longer than we think, especially with -1, because you got to think about the -1 damage as an auto block. Like, put that in your head. That is basically an auto block. All you have to do is roll decently right afterwards. You get more defense results, and you should be fine. So that's really good. He does have for damage reduction. So all right, that's a step in the right direction. When another character is dazed or KO'd. Okay, so same thing with Hela. So when a character is dazed or KO'd, you gain a soul token. So this is completely dependent upon any character getting dazed or KO'd. So you doing the attrition or the attrition being done back to you, you will gain a soul tokens. You'll be the beneficiary of it, and you can use it to do whatever you want to do from here. Really cool stuff here for Mummy. I see, but let's check out the injured side. Nothing changes. Everything stays the same. He is immune to bleed, hex, and poison, so that's really good to know. And nothing else changes, actually. Everything's the same. Really good stuff there for Mummy. I just wish this attack was range 3. Outside of that, everything else on this card is pretty damn good. I like it. I like it 100%. All right, Service to Anubis. Oh, this is one of those attack cards. Okay, during the Mummy's turn, spend 2 power, play this card. You make the attack above. It's an area attack. The range of this attack is equal to the number of captured soul tokens this character has. Let me read something here for a minute. Hold on. There is okay, no, there is. There is. For a minute there, I thought there was no limit to the soul tokens, right? Because I think Hell is at 3. This is at 3. Okay, so I'm not losing my mind, all right? I'm not losing my mind. He does have a limit on the soul token, so he'll get 3. I was like, man, you can do whatever you want here. No. All right, so the max you can get on this is range 3 for an area attack, so that's pretty cool. Add dice to the attack roll made as a part of this attack. Oh, my God. Add dice to each attack roll made as a part of this attack equal to the number of power spent to play this card. What? Add dice to each attack roll made as part of this attack equal to the amount of power spent to play this card. So you 2 power? I don't know. Okay, interesting. All right. After all attacks are resolved from this area attack, remove all captured soul tokens from this character. Okay, cool. So you have to have the soul tokens. You have to have 3, so it could turn them. So if you get a maximum 3, you can play this. It's a range 3 area attack. Add dice to each attack roll made as a part of this attack equal to the amount of power spent. That's weird. Mummy's Curse, wild hit. After each attack is resolved, the target character gains the hex special condition. All right, so this is a pretty decent card. Probably not a card I'm going to play. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think this is more for the casual day. If I'm going to the shop and I just want to roll some dice or something like that or try something really cool. If I'm going to a tournament, I'm probably not going to play this card. I think it's okay. I think it's got a little bit of, it's just, this is weird to me right here. I mean, there's no dice here specified. Then this is like add dice to each attack roll made as a part of this attack equal to the number of, I don't know, whatever. It is. If someone can clear that up in the comment section, let me know. Maybe I'm just dumb. I have no idea. All right, let's get to the guy I'm most excited about and what I can't wait is Frankenstein's monster, baby. Let's take a look at this guy. 4-3-3 for defenses, so really good defense dice. Very strong physical attack, and everything else is about average, so that's good. 7 health, that's a lot to chew through. He's a 4 threat. Size 3, moves medium, so he doesn't move small. My concern was when I first saw the Monsters box, right? I saw that Frankenstein was on the big base. I saw Dracula was on a big base. I saw Werewolf, and I'm like, I'm concerned Frankenstein's going to move small. I literally, that's one of the things I said. I was like, I think he's going to move small, and I'm going to hate every second of this. He does not move small, so that's good. He moves medium. He's going to be pretty fast. He's on a big base, a medium base. So he should be covering a lot of ground. Let's get to the attacks. Frank's Fist, range 2, 6 dice, no power cost. After attack resolved, this character gains 1 power. Okay, so this is a gainer. Okay, so that's good. So this is going to be consistent with him gaining power. Really good, okay. On a wild hit, after this attack is resolved, the target character size 4 or less, push the target character small. Really good stuff there. I kind of like that. That's really cool. Size 4 push is nothing to sniff at. That's basically the majority of the game. There's only one character that's size 5, and that's Dormammu. That's the only character he can't push. So that's really goddamn good. I mean, it's a wild hit. I mean, 6 dice. It is what it is. I mean, you might not get that as often as you think you do. But still, I mean, I'll take a push any day of the week, right, on a size 4. So that's really good. Hold on. Wait a minute. This character may push. I just caught something else. This is not away. This is omnidirectional. Oh. Okay, so an omnidirectional push. I like it. Nice. All right. Okay. Frankenstein's monster. Let's go, dog. All right. You're just picking up and throwing and pushing characters around. I like it. All right, bro. I see you. Really cool. All right. Thick skull. After this attack is resolved, if damage was dealt, the target character gains a stagger special condition. This is a really good attack. I mean, immediately, if I do damage to you, you gain stagger. Now, this is a 5 dice attack. This does cost 1 power. But if you do a damage, I mean, they gain stagger. Stagger is really damn. It can really debilitate a character, okay? Taking away an action from a character is huge in this game. And the fact that you could just get that off of just doing 1 damage, all you got to do is roll the dice. If you do 1 hit, that's it. They get staggered and they're screwed. That is really good. That is a really good attack here. I love this. Granted, we have 2 range 2 attacks. Looks like a third one here. No big range attacks, like no range 3, range 4. But I personally, I think it's, I like it for Frankenstein because Frankenstein I feel like should just be in your face or whatever. I mean, would I prefer ranged attacks like 3 and 4? Yeah, but Frankenstein's not that kind of guy, right? Wants to be kind of in your face and whatever. And I get it, right? So he has all range 2 attacks and they're pretty goddamn good. The Monster's Fury. Again, physical attack, 2, 6 dice, 4 power cost. Add dice to the attack roll equal to the number of damage this character has. So it looks like to me they're having this character benefit from the damage he's taken, and it's like, okay, well you took all this damage, now you can add this dice and you can just do something crazy, right? So this is pretty interesting. On a hit wild, after this attack is resolved, if the target character is size 4 or less, throw it medium. So he does have a built-in throw. It's just built into the spender, and this is a really damn good spender. Now, you're going to get the other side of the token where people are going to tell you, oh, hey, listen, look, you know, all you got to do is not attack Frankenstein or whatever. But there could be situations where you have no choice. Because the way to play around this, right, is just to not do damage to Frankenstein, right? Then it's just a 6-die attack. And good, get crit wild. You might not. You'll lessen your chances to get it. The more damage you have, you're going to increase your chances because you're going to add more dice, right? So if let's say for example I took 4 damage, right? I get to add 4 dice to this attack, and then it's a 10 dice spender versus a 6 dice spender. So the play around this is don't do damage to Frankenstein, right? Let him just be a big dummy and just walk around and hit and whatever, right? But he's got some really crazy stuff going on here, like outside of doing damage. Like, this is the thing people need to understand. You don't need to do damage all the time to be effective. What your attacks need to do is something that can, here's my favorite attacks in the game. If I don't do damage to you, do I get something else, right? I love those attacks. And Frankenstein on every single attack he has here does that. What do I mean by this? If you don't do damage on the builder, on the gainer, I'm sorry, I apologize. Did you roll for the push? Okay, cool. I can reposition you. And I gained a power. Cool. Thick Skull, that's the only one I would say, okay, if I don't do damage, I feel kind of bad about it because I don't get the stagger. But if I do a damage and I only did 1 damage, but I gave you stagger, that's insanely good. And on the Monster's Fury, well, if I didn't daze you, okay, cool. I get to throw you, right? If I hit the crit wild. I love attacks that have these really good conditions in there and really good things that he can do because there's something outside of dazing and KOing a character that he can do that can really change the game around, I think. So that's really cool. Charge, he has a 2-power charge. Okay, he can just make an attack. So he can do any attack with a charge. So that's really cool. Frank's Rampage. 3 power cost. Choose an interactive terrain feature size 4 or less. Throw it medium. That's really good. Replacement parts. All right. Removes 2 damage from this. Oh, so he has a way to heal himself. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so he has like living plant, right? So he has a way to heal himself. That is really awesome. So he can heal 2 damage. Okay, cool. I like that. He's immune to shock. Okay, cool. Look at that, even better. So people are like, oh, you just do dynamo, whatever. Okay, he's immune to shock. That doesn't work on me. I get all my dice now, right? Granted, he's not immune to stagger. He's not immune to hex or anything like that. But being immune to shock, because he wants to do output. He wants to do damage to you. Being immune to shock is really good. So that's really strong. Nothing changes on the injured side. Everything stays the same. I'm liking Frankenstein, honestly. I mean, the only weakness to him right now is everything's range 2. I mean, there's some play around with that, with the Eye in the Sky. Gwen can pull you out, stuff like that. I mean, back in the day, there was Escort to Safety. You can do something like that. But, not a lot of that lying around. Now, granted, I mean, Shield's very popular right now. So, be careful when you're playing into Shield and Eye in the Sky and all that. But, If you don't have that, and he's just in your face punching you, and he's just holding down a secure, or he has an extract on him, he can be really dangerous. He's pretty good. I mean, I like him. I like this monster wave already. All right, I like it. I like it. All right. Hideous monster. Let's read this. When an enemy character targets an allied. Okay. When an enemy character targets another allied character within 3 of an allied Frankenstein's monster with an attack, the allied character may spend 2 power to play this card. Place Frankenstein's monster within 1 of the allied character. Okay. So basically, this is Heroes for Hire. Let's keep reading in a way. He becomes the target of the attack regardless of range and line of sight. After the attacker's result, if Frankenstein's monster is not dazed or KO'd, roll dice equal to the number of damage he has. The enemy character suffers 1 damage for each crit and wild rolled, and if you suffer damage, push it toward Frankenstein's monster. So, we just talked about a way to play around Frankenstein, right? Well, this card says no. Now, the other good thing about this card is Frankenstein does not have to spend the power. Because here's the thing. I will tell you right away, Frankenstein will have an issue with power, especially if he's not hitting on any. He will, right? Kind of. The gainer to me is really good, right? And this is why I don't think he'll have as much of an issue with power generation because of the gainer, because he's going to be consistently gaining 1, so he should get to the charge really quickly. Because there could be a scenario where you can go pick up an extract. If no one deals with him, he starts a turn with 1 power. You can go and do an attack on a character, and then you do the gainer, you gain a power, and then you can spend the 2 to do the charge and then do an attack, right? Now, granted, all that's really netting you is 1 power, but you should be consistently doing that, right? So with that being said, the fact that the character, his power generation is probably not what you think it is, and it isn't, right? Like, there's a difference between a builder and a gainer. Gainer only gains you 1 power. Builder gains you power equal to damage dealt, right? This gives you another opportunity to take some damage and take an attack away from another character, and the other character spends the power versus Frankenstein spending the power. If Frankenstein had to spend this power, this card's not that good, right? But you would have to change Frankenstein a little bit to work differently, is what I'm saying. But the fact that another allied character can spend the power and then Frankenstein jumps in, now he takes the attack. And now we're getting into a territory where Frankenstein now is probably taking some damage, and then he probably has enough to go and do the spender, right? And you get what I'm saying, right? So this card is attached to Frankenstein is my point. If you're going to play him in any other affiliation, right? Really good stuff here. So the enemy character suffers damage for each crit wild, and then you push it towards Frankenstein's monster, which basically keeps you within 2 of Frankenstein. So really good card. I think this is an awesome card. I think it's well designed. I think they thought about what Frankenstein is doing, and they said, okay, listen, Frankenstein cannot spend power on this card, and that is really good. So good up. So shout outs to AMG for that one. That's really good stuff there. Werewolf by Night, I think we covered him during the mini extravaganza. Nothing's changed here. He has healing factor 2. I love this character. He has a pounce. He's on a medium base. He moves medium. He has 7 health. Healing factor 2. Unearthly Howl is absolutely insane. Really good stuff. I think I went through him with it. You guys can go ahead and read this card if you guys want to, but I'm in love with this character. I think he's absolutely fantastic. Really good stuff. You know what? Let's just read a little bit of it, okay? I'm just excited. He has a range attack. It's 6 dice. Gain power to good damage dealt. And then they gain the bleed special condition. He has the leap. Places character within 1 of the target. So that's really cool. After the attack result target or size 3 or less, the character may be thrown away small. So that's a conditionless throw. He just throws characters. That's really good in size 3 or less. On a hit, after the attacker's result, the target gains a bleed and hex special condition. So really good stuff here. That's not hard to do. Really good spender. Really good builder. He has a pounce. And he's size 3, so that's nothing to sniff at, right? It's a lot of damage coming in. What I'm really in love with is the Unearthly Howl. Choose an enemy character within 3 of this character, roll 4 dice. The chosen character loses power equal to the number of hits, crits, wilds that you rolled. Additionally, for each fail result chosen, the character gains 1 of the following special conditions, slow or root. A character can be affected by the super once per turn. So this is insane. Like, this is really freaking good, okay? Not only are you you're stealing power from a character, you're putting slow and root on that character. And slow and root can be really debilitating to especially the kaijus and all of the kind of stuff. Like, I would say, not all of them, but like if you're playing into Malekith nowadays, that can hurt a little bit. Making them spend more power to do things. It really shows, right? You can put it in a Namor. I think that hurts Namor a lot. Black Cat, right? Any characters that move long, like they will literally hate this. Zemo, another one, very popular character, really would hate this. And all you need to do is hit a fail result. So this is really good. Midnight Massacre. After attack resolved, okay. Every attack is so this is basically he gets a rebuttal. He gets a clapback. So if you're within 3 of him and you do an attack, he spends 3 power. You do a Savage Slash. You can only use it once per turn. This character is fucking nuts. This character is really good. Phases of the Moon. Now we're going to stack this card, okay? At the start of the activation phase, where one may play this card, choose one of the following effects. New Moon. This character must spend 1 power before using the Midnight Massacre superpower, which is what now? Midnight Massacre. Okay, so after using this, okay, cool. So after you're doing your clackback, okay, while this character is defending, before. Oh no, this character may spend 1 power before using the Midnight Massacre superpower. Okay, I'm understanding this. Okay, while this character is defending, if it is holding or contesting an objective token, may reroll 1 die in its defense roll for each special condition the attacking character has. So. Ooh, that is that is really cool. So if you time this right, you do Unearthly Howl, or you do any of these attacks here that put out conditions. You time this right, you can re-roll 2 defense die, basically 2 or 3, depending on how many conditions you put on the character, right? So you can do this, put Bleed Out, do Unearthly Howl, put out Slower Root, right? And then that's up to 2 or 3 conditions. And then if you're contesting or holding an objective, you re-roll your defense dice, and then you do this before doing Midnight Massacre, which is your clapback. That's really cool. That is really, really yo, werewolf dog, werewolf. Let's go, werewolf, dude. I love this character, dude. All right. Full Moon. This character cannot interact with, contest, or hold extra objective tokens. While this character is attacking, it may reroll 1 die in its attack rolls for each special condition this target character has. For my play style, I love the New Moon, but if you're playing an attrition game plan, I kind of like the Full Moon thing. Now, granted, a 5-threat character not interacting with or holding on extract objective tokens kind of hurt. It hurts a bit. He's not playing the objective game, but that's why you have the other characters to do this. But if you're looking for that attrition, right? Here it is, right? So it's got 2 options for you, and I really love this. This is a really good card. I mean, you play this and the Hideous Monster card. The other thing is too, it's not stuck to an affiliation, right? This is unaffiliated. You can play it wherever you want. So this is a really damn good card for Werewolf. If you're playing him and you're splashing him anywhere else, he's really good. Wow, that is a fantastic card. That is very fantastic and very thematic. I love the artwork on it too. This is really cool. All right, we finally got to Dracula. We talked about him before. I think he's pretty good. He gains power when people have bleed within 3 of him and stuff like that. He has this really cool shape-shifting ability that you can do at the beginning of the game. You can turn to a bat, move along. You have flight. You can what is this? Drop off check. So you can heal yourself with the mist and all that stuff. So really cool stuff here from Dracula. I mean, the Fury of the Vampire is really cool. It's a range 3 misc attack, and it's a size 4 throw, by the way, with no condition to do so. It's really good. And he also has a bow. Bow is a magnetic stare, so choose a character within 3, advance it small. So really good stuff here. This character, I love Dracula. Now, we did not see the injured side. The injured side does not change, so everything stays about the same. 7 health is nothing to laugh at. That's really a lot to go through. Granted, he has no damage reduction. But he does have some ways to heal himself, and he has ways to heal off of people just having bleed. So really good. Really, really good stuff. Now we get to the part that I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this leadership card. I'm sorry, guys. We are, I don't know how many minutes into this video. We finally got here. There's a lot to cover here, and I'm super excited about the Thrall's Drag. Let's just read this. When this character is included in your squad, if your squad is unaffiliated and includes Dracula, you may play this card. Your squad is now using the Thralls of Dracula affiliation, regardless of other affiliated characters, which is similar to Dormammu in Hellfire Club. You just put whatever you want in here, and you're playing the affiliation. Dracula gains the following leadership if it is your active leadership. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Once per turn, during an allied character's activation, it may pay 1 power and choose an enemy character within 2. The chosen enemy character gains the bleed special condition. Okay, cool. If the chosen character already has the bleed special condition, this character may remove 1 damage from himself instead. So that's really cool. You do have to get in their face and do this. But if you start looking at like Dracula and characters like Blade and also the kind of stuff that can benefit from gaining power and healing with characters within Bleed, it's pretty damn strong. And you have to understand, like, Bleed is like little chip damage that tallies up over time, and it basically, like, little by little, gets you inches you closer to KOing or dazing a character. Bleed sneaks up on you. Like sometimes people are like, I got bleed, I don't care. It sneaks up on you when you're in a state of affairs where it's your turn to activate. You have 1 health left, right? And you have to do 2 activations, right? Or you just lose the character. Or you have to choose to remove the condition, which is losing an action and doing another action, right? What that does is it takes away the whole double move thing for that period of time, or double attack, whatever, right? Because you have to deal with bleed. You can't just daze right there, lose the objective. It's just really bad play, right? You have to get rid of that bleed. So bleed can really sneak up on people, and it's a really good condition. The other thing I like about this too, if they have bleed, now you can just heal and damage from yourself. So this affiliation seems like it's really good with. Well, just for now, all it does is hand out bleed, and you have a way to heal yourself if they have bleed, right? It's going to be an expensive affiliation because I mean, you can play whatever you want. You can splash whatever you want with Dracula. That's the best part. You don't have to play the monsters. But for me, I'm just being honest. Like, just to keep this thematic, and this is a lot of threat, and I'm going to have a blast with this. I'm going to be playing Dracula. I'm going to be playing all these characters, right? But I think my main core for now is going to be Dracula, Werewolf by Night, because he's absolutely insane, and Frankenstein. I think I'm going to be playing those 3 characters a lot, and then just filling out the rest as best as I could, right? I think it's really good. I think it's very different. Like I said, I think this year's releases have really taken the game in a different direction. I think there's a lot of different things that are coming on, and characters doing different stuff, and they're really trying some new things. This is really good stuff. This is absolutely fantastic. This is a must-buy. You guys are going to see me do videos on talking about theory crafting with this affiliation, what's good, what's not, a lot of testing. I'm very excited for this. I really am. I think I'm going to be playing this for the next year, maybe 2 years. Who knows? I'm never going to get bored of this. I love these monsters, and I love that. I think they're really cool. All have their different flavor and all that stuff, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm super excited. All right, guys. Anyways, long video today talking about this. Sit back, enjoy. Give me your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on Frankenstein, Dracula, Mummy, and all this other kind of stuff on tactics cards and everything. Give me your thoughts. Of course, like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Do all those things y'all got to do. I'm always going to have that MCP content for you guys. I appreciate it. Take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Catch you on the next one.